let's say you tried to shoot President Gerald Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's many decades later. You've served your time. You've been to prison.
Yeah,
and
right.
You're back on the dating scene.
It's the first place I'd go.
What is the right date number to bring that up? Dee, do you know what my favorite kind of love story is?
What's that, Jeff?
When an older couple find each other late in life and can get past the fact that one of them attempted to murder a sitting U.S. president and served 32 years in jail.
That's very specific.
We're discussing the love story of Sara Jane Moore.
That's on this episode of So Much Crime.
So Little Time. Welcome to So Much Crime, So Little Time. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Dee, and in this episode, we're doing something a little different as what Jeff has in the script, but it's a lot different. We're discussing a love story involving Sara Jane Moore, who attempted to kill U.S. President Gerald Ford in 1975.
Recently, the New York Times published an article titled, "She Tried to Kill a President, He Loved Her Anyway." It's about an 85-year-old widower who found love.
I want to know who titled that article. I think we need to give them a round of applause. They need to win more things in life than the person who renamed Screencast-O-Matic to Screenpal. That's what I think. But then his kids discovered his new girlfriend was a failed presidential assassin. The worst kind of finding out that you can do on the internet, I think.
It is such a wild story that we decided we weren't qualified to talk about this alone.
No, siree. We needed a presidential assassin expert.
So we brought on noted princess expert and newly noted presidential assassin expert.
So many hats.
Stacy Redd.
So many expert hats going on.
One of them's a tiara.
Must be a large hat rack though. We've so many hats going on here.
Stacy, before we jump into the time machine and then start talking about this article, we last had you on the show for a pair of episodes. First, you were here to talk about Princess Diana, and then you joined a time machine segment that was, I believe, set in the 90s.
Yeah, it was all about boys to men.
There was a lot of boys to men in that time machine.
I did so bad. I did so badly in that one.
I can't explain to you how important boys to men were in my adolescence. The odds were not in your favor.
I'm sure all of our listeners out there want to know, since your 2 appearances on the show, what has it been like with all that newfound fame and glory?
Oh my God. Well, it's really exhausting. Ironically, I had a lot of empathy for how Princess Diana dealt with the paparazzi, and then I've gotten a taste of it myself. No, but actually, I've heard from some lovely mutual friends of ours since that episode that I haven't talked to in a while. They reached out to say they heard the episode, and that was really delightful. And as I told you both before we signed on, my kids are shocked that you had me on to speak and want to do it again because I'm so annoying.
That was my favorite part.
That's amazing.
Why?
All right. Well, Stacy, we are honored to have you here for the whole episode. And I think there's no better way to get into the story about love and shooting at Gerald Ford than hopping in the time machine.
Yay!
So the crime that happened before the love story part happened on September 22nd, 1975 in San Francisco. We did just talk about the fall of 1975 in Hell's Square Mile, but that was November, and we're going to jump all the way back to September. The world was so different then.
So very different. One of the, big things that happened in the fall, autumn for the Irish folk out there, of 1975 was actually Saturday Night Live. NBC Saturday Night Live officially aired. And I've heard that Jeff is claiming that he is an expert in all things Saturday Night Live. Stacey, in terms of expert status, where does your confidence in yourself with Saturday Night Live trivia land?
Whatever is the least secure landing spot. I would say for the past several years, the only SNL I watch are clips that Jeff recommends to me. So I'm not going in super confident, but I loved it when I was younger. I'm capable of staying up till 11:30, and now I just rely on Jeff to tell me which sketches are funny, and I watch those on YouTube.
Alrighty, so we have some questions for you that I am going to put to you both, all from season 1 of Saturday Night Live. Okay, so let's see. In the series premiere on October 11th, 1975, who was the very first musical guest to perform on the show? Stacy, it looks like you have an answer. Do you have an answer? Or will I provide 4 options?
I was just going to name a musician who I believed was alive in 1975. But yeah, if it's multiple choice, then that's better. Unless, Jeff, do you know?
I know George Carlin was the host. I don't know the musical guest.
I mean, that's okay. Cool. I'm going to put to you guys 4 options. Janice Ian, and I might be butchering the names, Billy Preston, Paul Simon, or Anne Murray.
I have a guess. I was going to say Paul Simon before, but I actually think it's Billy Preston.
I'll say Paul Simon then.
You are correct with Billy Preston. Paul Simon hosted the second. I know, same Stacey.
Billy Preston.
Paul Simon hosted the second episode.
Oh,
and Anne Murray appeared later in the season.
Billy Preston played keyboards with the Beatles in their later years.
Oh, okay. That's legit.
Yeah.
Do you remember what song he sang, Jeff?
On Saturday Night Live in 1975. So first of all, I was not alive in 1975.
Debatable. But anyway, go on.
I did
recently
watch the movie they made about the first episode of Saturday Night Live. Is it John Baptiste played Billy Preston? He was definitely like that character, like that was part of the movie.
Okay.
I don't know what song. I'm going to be mad when you tell me.
Do you know any Billy Preston songs that you want to just throw out there?
No, I can't think of it. I feel like the song he did was the one song that everyone knows by Billy Preston.
Nothing from Nothing?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Billy Preston. Okay.
Apparently, seems like a trick question. I know I put it together, but Janice Ian also performed during the premiere, singing at 17. Jeff, you already actually answered the second question, which was who performed the first monologue, which was, of course, George Carlin. He didn't appear in any sketches that night, however. He performed 3 separate stand-up sets throughout the broadcast. He was also apparently notoriously spaced out during the production, which he later attributed to heavy drug use. So
shocking.
Go you, George.
I would have gotten that one right.
Heavy drug use at Saturday Night Live in the 70s. No.
It's wild.
Okay. During the first season, a recurring segment featured Jim Henson's Muppets. What was the name of the fictional desolate land where these specific adult Muppets lived? Was it? Do you have any guesses now? Was it the Cave of Fraggle Rock, the Land of Gorch, Mount Middle Earth, or the Swamp of Despair? I'm going to let Stacy pick first, because you picked first the last time, Jeff.
So I absolutely loved the show Fraggle Rock as a child, and I think it would be an amazing origin story if it came from a Saturday Night Live sketch. So I'm going to pick Cave of Fraggle Rock.
Okay. Locked in. Jeff?
What were the other 3 choices?
Are you in agreement of the Cave of Fraggle Rock, or the Land of Gorch, Mount Middle Earth, or the Swamp of Despair?
I have no idea. I'll say the Gorch one.
You're so annoying at getting the ones that you don't know about right. So apparently it featured characters like King Plubus and Scred. The segment was generally disliked by both the SNL writers and the Muppet performers themselves. The writers hated writing for puppets, and Henson's team felt the SNL humour didn't fit their style. So the segment was actually dropped after season 1.
I will say that is also covered in the Jim Henson documentary that came out in the last year, which is pretty good. Ron Howard directed it.
Last one. Which original cast member was the only one who did not appear in the very first Wolverine's cold open? I don't even really know what that question means, to be honest.
It's the first sketch was... It's the first sketch of the first show. The cold open of the first show.
Okay. Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi. Chevy Chase, Gilda Radner.
I'm going to say Gilda because of the patriarchy.
So John Belushi and Chevy Chase were
Of course he actually
definitely in it. Yeah, I think it might be Gilda Radner. Yeah, I think Stacy's right.
Stacy is right. Well done, Stacy.
Yeah. Feminism.
The very first sketch in SNL history featured Michael O'Donoghue as a teacher and John Belushi as a student. Chevy Chase then entered to fall down and deliver the first Live from New York line. Dan Aykroyd appeared briefly as a technician. Gilda Radner, though the first person officially cast for the show, did not appear until later in the premiere episode.
She was so good.
She was great. Yeah. I'm gonna do a speed run through mine. I only have I think I have 6 questions and a tiebreaker if we need it. This is music trivia. 1975. It involves
Boys to Men were not around.
no Boys to Men.
They're just boys at that point.
No Billy Preston.
Just thoughts.
All right. First off, I want to see if you can guess who had the number 1 song on September 22nd, 1975 in the U.S. This was this artist's first number 1 hit in the U.S. It knocked off Glenn Campbell, who had been at the number 1 spot for the last few weeks with Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
This song is on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 Songs That Shaped Rock and Roll. And it's about, quote, money-grabbing managers, mindless adulation, unwanted entourages, and the hollow vacuity of the limousine lifestyle. Those are your clues.
Do we have options?
Specific.
I have lyrics.
Okay.
Do you want some lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea. Do you?
No, I have no idea. So I need lyrics.
Here it is. Blank makes a man take things over. Blank lets him loose. Hard to swallow. Blank puts you there where things are hollow. Blank, not your brain, it's just the flame that burns your change to keep you insane.
It's got to be money, right?
Money? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, it is a one-word title.
Oh, shit.
Is it love?
No.
Fame?
Fame. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who sings it?
Is that Bowie?
David Bowie. Yes. Okay.
I mean, together,
together.
Stacey,
Yeah.
Good job.
together.
We're such a good team.
All right.
We're such a good team.
So I have now David Bowie trivia for non-David Bowie fans.
Great.
Okay.
Are either one of you David Bowie fans?
I mean, I like David Bowie. Like,
Yeah, like I agree.
I like the songs of his I know.
Okay, great. I have very few questions
I don't know. Okay, cool.
about his actual music.
Okay, great.
First up, first question. These are all multiple choice. David Bowie was born in London, 1947. But when he first got started in music, he took on the name Bowie. That's not his real name because his actual name was already famous. What was David Bowie's real name? All right. You want your choices?
David. Oh,
have
sure.
choices.
I was just going to.
All right. I have 4 choices. A. Davy Crockett. B. David Attenborough. C. Davy
Hope it's
Jones.
that one.
Or D. David Beckham.
Well,
Probably
it's not
that
David
one.
Beckham. that I know
guess
for
it's not
sure.
Attenborough either. Well, I was going to guess David Cassidy, so I'm glad you gave me choices.
I want to go with Crockett.
I'll go Jones.
Stacy is right. It's Davy Jones of the Monkees. Yeah, the Monkees had just become popular and he was tired of getting confused for the guy from the Monkees. So he took on the name Bowie. Okay.
Do you reckon they were all like, hey, you're a monkey?
I do. I think that's exactly what happened wherever he went. People kept saying, you seem to monkey
He could have
around.
been king of the wild frontier.
All right, number 2. Stacy, you're winning.
All right.
People used to think, because he's dead now, David Bowie's eyes were different colors, which is called, do you know what that's called?
Mm.
Oh, no.
Heterochromia, if I'm pronouncing that right.
That makes
He did
sense.
not have that. He did have one permanently dilated pupil from an injury. But which of these celebrities has heterochromia? All right, now you have to picture these celebrities and think, do they have 2 different eye colors? All right, A, Christopher Walken. B, Kiefer
Kiefer Sutherland.
That's such a lineup. I'm going to go Flatley.
Wait, Dee, what did you say?
Kiefer Sutherland.
You're both right. Actually, all 4 of these people have heterochromia.
Oh.
Christopher Walken's eyes are blue and
Unreal.
hazel. Kiefer Sutherland's eyes are blue and green. Mila Kunis are green and brown. And Michael Flatley's are blue and green.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, David Bowie has that permanently dilated pupil because he got into a fight with one of his good friends over a girl, and that friend hit him in the eye and permanently
Jesus.
damaged one of his pupils.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have follow-up questions that I don't think you'll know the answer to.
What are your follow-up questions?
I was like, were they still friends post, like, punch in the eye and damaging my eye forever?
I don't know.
Feels like that'd be a hard thing to bounce back
Did-
from.
Either of them get the girl?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I figured you didn't know these. I did set that up for you won't know the answers.
That's literally all the information I have about that story. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Number 3.
I love the way you wanted me to ask the questions, but you knew you had no more information.
David Bowie was the star or featured in many movies over his long career. In the movie Zoolander.
Yes, I was hoping that's the only movie he's been in that I know.
Who did David Bowie play?
Himself,
That's right. He played himself.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that had we heard the options.
I'm sorry. He facilitates a walk-off. It's an amazing scene. Like he gets like a flashy chyron that says David Bowie and like Let's Dance plays in the background. It's great.
He plays Nikola Tesla in The Prestige. It's a great movie. He's also Pontius Pilate in The Last Temptation of Christ. He's in Labyrinth.
Oh. I was about to say, oh Jesus.
Okay, I have a couple more.
Indeed.
All right. Before he was famous, when he was 17 years old, David Bowie formed a group called the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to blank. What group did he form a Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to?
Did David Bowie form PETA?
No, not one of the options.
Okay, I was gonna be like, oh my god, this is such a plot.
Do you want to hear the choices?
Sorry, yes.
Okay. A. Long-haired men. B. Posh British people. C. Men over 6 feet tall. Or D. People named after one of the monkeys.
I feel like you put in people over 6 feet tall.
I'm going to say long-haired men.
What was the one after long-haired men?
Posh British people.
I'll do posh British people.
D is correct, is long-haired man. Yeah.
Amazing.
There was a video of him talking to a reporter where he seems to be taking it very seriously.
Sure.
This is a weird one, as opposed to all these other ones, which have been very not weird.
As opposed to the others,
The
yeah.
others are just super normal.
This is the weirdest one. Per David Buckley book, by 1975, the year we're going to talk about, Bowie was, quote, living a cocooned existence in Los Angeles, disconnected from the real world. He was apparently subsisting on a diet of peppers and milk, and exhibited some other truly strange behaviors, like keeping his urine in his refrigerator. Why did he do that? I have choices. There's a stated reason why he did that.
Just the urine.
You just seen The Aviator?
Had not come out yet.
Fair enough. Okay. Good tip.
Yeah. Okay. A. He could get a second hit of the drugs in the urine. B. He could make a special drink called Ziggy Stardust Lemonade.
Gross.
C. He didn't want any other wizard to use it to enchant him. Or D.
Is wizard a play on words there? Sorry.
Thanks, D.
Did he think he was a real wizard after the labyrinth?
Or D. He wanted to pour it into the heart of Mount Doom, thus fulfilling a prophecy.
I want it to be the last one, but I'm
Me too.
presuming it's the first one.
Stacey, what do you
The
think?
drugs, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like it's got to be the drugs one.
It's actually C, so no other wizard could use it to enchant him.
It is
Oh,
not.
no.
That is the truth.
Oh, he lost his mind.
That was in a book,
Oh.
so it has to be true.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one more. Well, actually, I have two more questions. David Bowie voiced a character on which animated TV show?
The Simpsons?
That's a good guess.
That's one of the choices. The other choices are SpongeBob SquarePants, Beavis and Butthead, or Family Guy, or The Simpsons.
Simpsons is a great guess.
You both going to say Simpsons?
No, I'll say Beavis and Butthead. Keep it interesting.
D, you're going with Simpsons?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good guess. It's not right. You're both actually wrong. It's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Amazing.
He played Lord
Renaissance
Royal
man.
Highness. He wasn't on The Simpsons. He seems like he should have been. Okay, last question. 20. So this is going to play, Stacy, to your strengths.
Okay, amazing.
In 2013,
Love that for Stacy.
BBC History Magazine. Stacy, you have a subscription to that, right?
Of course, yeah. I'm sitting on a stack of them right now.
BBC History Magazine
You think this is a chair?
named David Bowie the best dressed Briton in history. He got 48.5% of the vote, which quadrupled the runner-up. Who was the runner-up? And I have choices.
Princess Diana.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be Diana, right?
She's not one of the choices.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Elton John?
Not one of the choices.
Was this rigged by the royals?
Do you want me to read the choices?
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about that part. I just like to say the weirdest thing I could think of.
Just wait till you hear the choices.
Okay, cool.
A, Phil Collins. B, and I've always wanted to go from Phil Collins to this, Elizabeth I. C, Georgiana Cavendish, Duchess of Devonshire.
Oh, okay.
Or
Her clothes are good.
D, Henry
I love that you
III.
know who she is. No. I just assumed your royal wisdom. You knew. I can picture her in my mind. I didn't hear the last one. I was distracted by Stacy.
Last one was Henry III.
Oh.
Sure.
I'm going to say Elizabeth I.
That's where I'm gonna say Phil Collins.
I really wanted to be Phil Collins, but it is actually Elizabeth I. Yeah.
I mean, do you remember how gorgeous she looked? And I know this is like a fake depiction, but in Shakespeare in Love,
Sure. Yeah.
those are some stunning outfits.
Apparently Henry
Well done,
III,
Dee.
snappy dresser too, and Georgiana Cavendish, who I'd never heard of, also very well dressed. Okay, but David Bowie all the way. All right.
Nice.
That was our time machine
Woo.
for September 1975.
What a time.
Should we talk about this story? Why we're actually here?
Okay, let's jump into it. 40 minutes in, let's get going. All right. So, we today, as we mentioned, are going to talk about an article that Jeff found and gifted. You gifted it to us, I see.
That's true.
Or at least to me, because I didn't have,
I did.
I actually do have a subscription, but appreciate the gift all the same.
It was amazing.
So, in 2010, Susie Chase Maskin suggested her 85-year-old dad, Philip Chase, sign up for a dating site. I mean, I have questions already, but anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
There he met 80-year-old Sarah Kahn. Things moved incredibly quickly, with Sarah moving in very soon after their first meeting.
I mean, when you're in your 80s, you can't take it slow, right?
You can't. I mean, time is not on your side.
Yeah.
Susie did get worried and then, did, as any of us would do, some detective work, including Googling the name of Sarah Kahn. And she figured out Sarah Kahn, who was previously known as Sara Jane Moore, had attempted to shoot Gerald Ford. That's a US president for any of you who are unaware, in 1975. And she served 32 years in federal prison.
Like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do. 5 months into their relationship, Philip Chase and Sara Jane Moore got married. Sarah then began cutting Susie and her brother out of the estate. Philip Chase's will was changed. And yeah. So this was wild to me. I have so many questions. Did either of you know about this story before reading this article?
No.
No. And I really like presidential assassination stuff, which I know might seem counter to, like, the last time I was on, I talked about how I don't like true crime. But I think the thing...
But those presidents...
Well, I think because, like, true crime, the thing I don't like about it is how much it feels like it could happen to me or someone I love. And I don't know any presidents, and most of them are war criminals, so
Sure.
I'm not really that worried about them. Whereas, that story you told me about Golfland haunts my dreams.
Oh, we're sorry.
Stacy, do you have... was there like a particular presidential assassination that you found particularly interesting?
I mean, it's real basic, but it was Kennedy.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The classic.
I don't know if that's basic, though. It is so classic.
It drives me like it's not like, oh, McKinley or like one of the more obscure ones. But then I read Sarah Vowell's Assassination Vacation whenever it came out, and she kind of explores a bunch of different presidential assassinations and tours various sites related to them, and I thought that was pretty fascinating.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this story. We're going to come back next time and talk more about other presidential assassinations. So let's give Gerald Ford the space he really deserves. Steve, had you ever heard of Gerald Ford?
And Philip Chase.
Right.
Like, I feel
touche,
like he
yeah.
deserves some space here. Gerald Ford, yes. Had I heard of him? Absolutely. I knew that he was a person that was involved in the presidency at some point. Couldn't have told you when. Couldn't have told you that he got shot in San Francisco.
Well, he didn't. They
Yeah.
missed.
Nope. I mean,
Shot at.
it's shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty bad.
Fun fact about Gerald Ford
Not great.
that I think is true.
Yes.
The only U.S. president to have never been elected. He was not elected president or vice president. He was appointed vice president when Richard Nixon's vice president had to step down. Spiro Agnew, I believe, during the Watergate scandal, and then Nixon resigned. And so Ford was appointed vice president and then became president. And then he lost the next election. So never got elected.
Do you reckon that's
Jimmy
like the
Carter,
most
right?
awkward thing ever, where you're like, oh, I'm in a job, like it'll be easy, I won't have too much visibility, and then all of a sudden you get promoted twice through like wild circumstances, and you're like, fuck, I'm way too visible and under way too much scrutiny.
Yeah.
That's kind of the premise of the show Designated Survivor. I don't know if either of you watched that. Another Kiefer
I know
Sutherland
of it.
vehicle.
Yeah.
He's like the Secretary of Housing, whatever, and he's the designated survivor during the State of the Union. Someone does blow up the Capitol building, and thus he becomes the president during a time of extreme national crisis.
He's like, I don't know, houses?
Sorry, I keep derailing this conversation.
Let's talk about Philip Chase. So you said you had questions right from the start about him, 85-year-old widower Philip Chase, getting on eHarmony.
Look, okay, I don't want this to come away off badly. I just know my own parents who were in their 70s, and touch wood, if one of them were to pass away, I don't think I'd be telling the other one to get on out there. Purely like, well, I don't know. They have the energy to get on. Like, would they be bothered at that point? I don't know. But I feel like maybe golf is a bit too much. Maybe bowls or like croquet or something feels a bit more
I know you
of something that I would
bowling.
encourage my parents to get into in that circumstance. Maybe a bit of traveling.
But let me ask you this. So,
A men's shed. I don't know.
I'm going to set mine up on Tinder. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
we learned that his daughter, Susie, was basically worried because he was sitting at home alone watching Dancing with the Stars. And his wife of 60 years had died the year before.
Yeah.
He was lonely. I don't know. I feel like the idea here was good. That what happened was obviously not so great.
I mean, it wasn't what she was aiming for. Like, Susie wasn't going for this, of course. It just, I don't know. It's not something I think I would be moving in the direction of in these circumstances.
I just, like, everyone, when you're, like, newly dating someone, which I know all three of us have not done in many years, but, like, you, like, try. I assume, anyway. I'm not trying to tell you guys how to live your lives.
No. That's not why I was laughing, to clarify. I'm laughing at how many years it's been.
Yeah.
It's so many.
So many. But you try to put like your best foot forward. You know, you want to present like a certain vision of yourself to the person you like, and then slowly more aspects of like your personality and your history come out.
Slowly pull that vision down and be like this.
And it turns like I, you know, that happens for like you don't expect it. You think it's going to be more things like, I don't know, like, oh, I don't take out the trash as often as I should. I shot President Ford. Like,
no. It is up there with the most like insane things that you realize about someone.
Yeah. Or I shot
Okay.
at President Ford, excuse me.
Let's say you tried to shoot President Gerald Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's many decades later. You've served your time. You've been to prison.
Yeah,
and you're back on the dating scene.
It's the first place I'd go.
What is the right date number to bring that up? It's not first date. I think we all agree. Not first date stuff.
I mean, I don't know. At that point, is it not kind of wild? Like, they wouldn't forget you.
So you think lead with that. Put it on your profile.
I don't think I'd put it on my profile.
I like long walks on the beach and taking shots at 1970s presidents.
Maybe more like I no longer like taking shots at 19.
I don't know that we know that about her, though. I feel like what we learned from this article is that she was unrepentant.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, she stands by her convictions, and I respect that.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Her convictions. So, this was the part of the article that really kind of pulled me in. There's a section that's kind of her brief biography, and I also went to her Wikipedia page and spent some time there. So, she had a teacher who described her as, quote, a little odd when she was a kid. When she was 16, she just disappeared.
Something.
She just disappeared for 3 days, came back, and didn't really have an explanation for where she was. She had many kids over the years, and her first 3 kids she just gave up to her parents. Just, like, was not interested in. She seemed to have some type of, well, we don't really know what was going on.
Sure.
The 1970s were a fraught political time. There were kidnappings and hijackings and all kinds of things, assassinations, and there was the Patty Hearst kidnapping. And that inspired her to become involved with this group called People in Need, where she didn't just volunteer. She became an FBI informant, but then she was getting like death threats. Like she was worried maybe, but she was like a single mom in the Bay Area. And then Squeaky Fromme of the Manson family tried to kill Gerald Ford in Sacramento earlier in September of 1975. And then
Gerald Ford.
Sure.
Dodged death.
I mean, he had a bad September, didn't he?
Very bad September.
Poor Jeff.
Or very good. I don't know. It's because he did dodge it.
Okay,
twice.
so this is the part that I copied and pasted. So after Squeaky Fromme, Sara Jane, single mother living in the Mission District in San Francisco, decided to kill the president herself. So on the morning of September 22nd, 1975, she made 3 phone calls to a Secret Service agent, to her FBI contact, and to a San Francisco Police Department inspector. She was unable to reach any of them. Then she made another call to a local gun dealer. She said she wanted to buy a firearm on behalf of a friend.
What do you reckon she was going to tell the other guys?
That's what I'm asking. What was she going to say?
Was she going to be like, here, guess what I'm going to do?
She said...
Well, she didn't want to kill him. She wanted to be known for trying to kill him.
I don't know. So when she got arrested, she said there comes a point when the only way you can make a statement is to pick up a gun, which...
Is that the point when no one will answer her call and she's like, fuck this, I'm going to shoot someone?
What if the gun dealer hadn't answered the phone? Like, what was her 5th call?
Grenade specialist. Sorry, was that a rhetorical question? I just thought you might want to know where we thought it went.
I think that's a reasonable guess.
Is that just not like a bizarre sequence of events?
I can't get anyone on the phone. I'm going to shoot the president.
Yeah. But then again, I reckon she probably did just want to. Do you know, Jeff, we covered a podcast recently called, what was the long one we covered? We listened over the holidays.
Beyond All Repair.
Beyond All Repair. And one of the things in it was how, what was her name?
Sophia Johnson.
How Sophia Johnson, the one place that she felt at home and like herself and actually enjoyed her life was in prison.
Yeah.
And that was both sad and, well, it was very sad. But great that she got somewhere she could
And
be
I don't
herself.
think she's the only person to have ever expressed that sentiment.
Yeah.
So maybe in this case, Sara Jane was like, put me in prison. Looks like fun. I mean, she scaled a wall over barbed wire and like ran away for 4 days and then like, I don't know, got caught. Maybe that's what she was trying to do. Maybe
She saw orange
that's what
as
she
the
was
new
trying
black.
to do. She had a
blasphemy.
premonition and was like, that looks like good crack. But like, you know, when she ran away from her parents for 3 days and came back, maybe she's like, that's what I want to do. I want to get, you know, in somewhere that they're trying to contain me and then I want to run away. She ran away from a husband.
She ran away from several husbands.
I mean,
She ran away from some kids.
I think those husbands got off easy compared to
Someone
what
actually-
we know she's capable of.
That was one of the comments on this article in the New York Times. There was a comment of someone saying, at first, when I started reading this article, I worried about her children. And then by the end of it, I was like, oh, this was the best thing that could have happened to her children, is that she doesn't stick
Went
around
away.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, Stacey, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that my friend Emily dressed up as Patty Hearst for Halloween one year, and most people did not know who she was, but those who did really enjoyed it.
I was going to say, that's a deep cut.
It's a real deep cut. I was Audrey Hepburn, so I had like a very like Holly Golightly, like extremely trite, recognizable costume, and then she was, Stockholm Syndrome Patty Hearst.
Okay, I had a question about Phil. So the 85-year-old man at the beginning of the story. So at first, he seemed like what is also all over the comments in this article, which is older people who are in the same situation where they go to try, not the presidential assassin part, but get taken advantage of by people who sort of prey on the elderly and try to steal their money. But we learn somewhere in the middle of this article that he had a PhD in psychology. And like worked in that field like his whole career. So like he knew something about the way people's brains work. Like he smart, 85 years old, but seemingly capable and smart person. I just like imagine being his child, his son or daughter. Like like his kids are in their what, 60s, 50s, 60s.
I think that's right.
Happening. So it's not like they're I say kids, but they're
Sure.
they're adults. Would you step in? Like, what would you do?
Do you know, it's like that thing where, you know, if you're a teenager and you start seeing someone that your parents don't like and like all of the research would show like you don't cut them off because you want to keep the connection there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that as I went through. It feels like the kids went in very hard not to, given all the circumstances. But that it actually ended up just driving a wedge between them.
Good point. My parents took the tactic of being like too pro, where I'd be like, oh, like the fact that my parents like you so much is unappealing. Maybe that's what they should have done. Like, you shot Gerald Ford? That's amazing. I wish I had shot Gerald Ford.
Can you teach me how to try and shoot Gerald Ford and scale a wall over that barbed wire?
Yeah, that's so impressive.
But that's the thing. Like, she kept telling stories about this too. I guess that's the thing. All right, so you're at like Thanksgiving dinner, and there's one part in the article where she says she openly talked about. She said she would have succeeded in killing Ford if she had sighted the weapon herself. And she also
If it
at one
hadn't
point
been for those meddling kids.
Yeah. At one point, Susie said that she listened to Sarah talk about how to make a prison shank.
What is a prison shank? Because
How do you not know what a
Sorry.
prison shank is?
I don't. How do you know what a prison shank is?
Sorry.
It's in
I'm
like
Googling it now.
every prison movie or TV show.
Okay, but why would I know what it was called? Like, I can see it now. Yes, it is in every movie. But, like, why would I know that's what it's called?
I don't know. I just do. I have a couple other questions. One is, okay, so I learned in this article that she had a Secret Service agent assigned to her. Did you know this was a thing the Secret Service did?
No. Makes sense, though. It's not shocking.
Where do you think this falls in the hierarchy of jobs within the Secret Service?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm thinking of guarding Tess.
I was thinking of the West Wing. We have so many factual references to rely on here.
Do you know guarding Tess?
No.
Have you seen First Daughter with Katie Holmes?
I have not seen that. I actually haven't seen Guarding Tess. I just remember when it came out. I believe Nicolas Cage plays a Secret Service agent assigned to the president's mother.
That sounds right, yeah.
I do know that in Ireland, where the Prime Minister, Taoiseach, as we call them, when they are no longer Taoiseach, President? Taoiseach. They get a policeman who's like guards their house. So there was a house very close to where Paul and I grew up, massive land, everywhere around it is like all like developed, and there was like this tiny little cottage in the middle of the land, and there was like a Garda who used to sit at like guarding the house, and that was one of the girls I went to school with. Her dad ended up being that guard who was keeping watch over this old Taoiseach, or one of them. And he apparently was sent there when they started to bring in technology and computers and stuff into the Garda force, and he was like, no, not having that. So that was his job.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is.
Then your man died, and then they've developed the land. They sold the land, and they've developed it, and it's loads of apartments now.
Okay.
There you go. That's all I have to bring to that story.
I had like one or two other
Basically
things.
the same.
In one of the comments that I read on the article, it talked about, so when she took that shot at Gerald Ford, she missed, right? And then she tried to take a second shot, but she was stopped by someone who was standing by her, who was a Marine, who just happened to be there. Do either one of you know the story of this Marine?
Was it in the article?
No, it's in the Wikipedia page though. His name is Oliver Sipple. He was a decorated U.S. Marine and disabled Vietnam War veteran. So he basically saved Gerald Ford's life because she was going to get a second shot in which she would have probably hit him. He was a closeted gay man, and he was not out even to his family, but he got so much press, and the press outed him. And that actually led to him having, like, he developed a heavy drinking habit. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he died at 47 in San Francisco. And it seemed like this was like he was a hero, but being a hero kind of became like the worst thing that could have happened to him. So, yeah, real bummer. I don't want to end on a bummer.
That's real sad.
Yeah.
Well, that is very sad. And, you know, it's kind of like the comparison of her trying to put herself front and center and become, what was it said, the real life spy. So that is, that's very sad. Another point about the article is how it ends.
Yeah.
With Susie getting a call from someone from Nashville whose father-in-law had joined the dating service and was matched with Sally Chase from Pennsylvania. I'd love to have heard that call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd say Susie was like, you better sit down, put on the kettle. Have I got a tale to tell you?
Yeah, this was such a strange story. Yeah, I learned so many things from the story. Learned things about her parole. Like some of the things were not true. Like when she found out that Susie's brother had been arrested when he was 29 years old and spent a year in jail. She couldn't be near a felon, or so she said, as a part of her parole.
So she was a felon, but couldn't be near a felon.
Which I think is actually
collusion?
True. Like there's definitely some quirky rules. There was another one that she made up, right? Like she made up a rule about, like she lied about some things.
I mean,
sure, a lot of things. I don't know. And then the fact that like as soon as Phil dies, she takes off to Europe with another guy. But that's a parole violation. And so she gets arrested when she comes back and has to spend like several months in prison. And she's like, at that point, she's mid-80s, late 80s.
Oh, yeah. She's probably like, feck it.
Yeah.
Also, like, so she died in September of 2025. So just a few months ago. 95. She was 95.
I'm trying, I'm really thinking about that time my mother told me, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That's what's happening in my brain right now.
I was just thinking when I was like, oh, what's this leak from Jeff? Probably, like, is it the most recent SNL highlights, which is something I look forward to from Jeff most weeks. And then I was like, oh my God, this is like, this story is tailor-made for like all of my interests. Like a crazy person who tried to kill a president. Such a delight.
Her Wikipedia page has, the little profile box on the side that has like date of birth, place of birth, the death, and all that. It has a kind of a funny sequence of things because it has, born, died, occupation. Occupation as listed as accountant. But then below that, so it's got her list of her spouses, including Philip Chase, children. She had 5 children over her life. And then below children is motive. And the motive as listed is spark a violent revolution that would lead to the U.S. government being overthrown. That's below spouses and number of children.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That feels like a great note to end on. I know this isn't my podcast and I have to decide when it ends, but I don't know how you follow that.
I think that's...
Oh,
all right.
What a journey you've brought us on. Thank you, Jeff, for gifting us that article.
That was so great.
Stacy, as always, thank you for joining us. We look forward to talking to you more about other presidents and their assassination attempts in our next episode. For everyone listening out there, please leave a comment. Let us know, have you read this article? What are your thoughts on Sara Jane and this entire story? Did you know what a shank was?
Assassin?
And while you're at it, don't forget to rate us 5 stars. Really helps our show get out there in front of new listeners, and keep spreading the word. Thank you so much.
Next time, we're going to zoom out and talk more about presidential assassinations, including all the failed ones.
We'll use an episode of Dan Snow's history hit called US Presidents Who Were Almost Assassinated as a jumping off point. Really rolls off the tongue. Dan Snow, it really rolls off the tongue. That's on the next So Much Crime,
So Little Time.
So Much Crime, So Little Time is a production of MimeGov Media. The executive producer is Paxton Calariso. Our associate producer is Blythe Ty. Theme music was composed by Vyacheslav Starostin. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to this show in your podcast app. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating and a review. Even better, tell your friends. To join the discussion, look for us on social media. Check out the show notes for all the links. Thanks for listening. Jeff, I think we should just replace you altogether.
Yeah, that's fair.